Hey, what's up? I am Bruno Albouze. Thank you again for watching the Real Deal Cooking channel. Look at this beautiful lamb shoulder. Well, this guy comes from Australia. It comes with a couple of chops. Good news, I'm going to bone it to make a stock. And the bones will give you this unique opportunity to increase the flavor tremendously. First, you need a good and sharp boning knife. Run the knife following the ribs all around, cut it off and separate them for the stock. As you may know, lamb shoulder contains a lot of tissues and fat, so it's best in dishes with a long cooking time, such as this one, a classic lamb stew, ragout, braising, estouffade in French. Next, fat and stamp side up. Tear apart the top fat layer and trim away any large pieces of fat. Well, keep in mind that a 7-pound, 3 kilograms lamb shoulder will give you about 2 pounds, 1 kilogram of cooked meat. So, good for 6 to 8 serving. Now, find the edge of the blade bone. This is a large, flat, triangular shaped bone. Cut down to reveal the blade bone and scrape away across the surface of the bone, separating it from the meat. Now, open up the shoulder, following the hock, scrape away across the surface of the bone. Angle the knife so that the edge scrapes across the bone, not into the meat. Cut through the joint to remove the blade bone and the hock. You have just made your first lamb shoulder roast. Too bad, we're gonna divide it into 2 ounces, 60-gram portion. Save the bones for the stock. And by the way, if you don't feel comfortable boning your lamb shoulder, well, ask your butcher. I bet he'll do it for you. But yet, don't forget the bones before you leave the store. Next, the lamb stock. Brown lamb stock, because we are going to roast the bones first for about 30 minutes. Then we're gonna spread some tomato paste and roast it again for about 10 minutes more. Meanwhile, I'm gonna make my mirepoix, chop some carrots, onions, skin on, and crush some garlic. As soon as the bones are ready, transfer them into a large pot. Use the same baking tray with no parchment or baking mat and roast the veggies for 30 minutes. And as soon as it comes out of the oven, add the veggies to the pot along with the roasted bones. Scrape off any bits left. Throw in thyme, parsley stems, bay leaf, cloves, and black peppercorns. Cover with water, bring to a boil, and cook this marvelous lamb stock on low heat for at least 2 hours. Oh, by the way, do you know what runs faster than a lamb? A Lamborghini. I'm sorry. Anyway, next, the veggies for the stew. Pretty much the same mirepoix we used for the stock, except I'm gonna add a secret ingredient, which is candied orange peels. These pair so well with the lamb. Cut them into strips and dice. It can be substituted for a large orange zest. If you want to know how to make candied orange peels, please check the video Chocolate Orangette. Next, I am going to sear the lamb in a hot pot or Dutch oven. Olive oil, fleur de sel, arrange the meat, making sure though it's not too crowded. You should make 3 batches. Look at that Maillard reaction. Browning the surface of the meat adds up so much flavor. Next, throw carrots and onions in a pot and cook on high for 5 minutes. Season with salt, add tomato paste and cook well for 3 minutes more or until the tomato paste has almost caramelized. Now deglaze with a good Chardonnay. Add the crushed garlic, thyme, bay leaf and pepper and cook to reduce by 2/3. Meanwhile, remove the solids from the lamb stock and pass through a sieve. Back to the pot, add crushed tomatoes, orange, the seared meat, and the stock. Bring to a boil, cover and cook in a 300 degrees Fahrenheit, 150 degrees Celsius oven for 3 hours. What you want to do next? Check this out. It smells so incredible, you have no idea. Now you want to add the olives. Oh, I'm going to put this back in the oven. Turn my oven off and leave it alone for 2 more hours. Next, remove everything from the pot onto a baking tray lined with a silicone mat. So there's 3 things you want to save: the meat, of course, the olives, and the sauce. And look at the stock. It just became a luxurious sauce. So much flavor in there. This is what I was talking about. As it reduces, you want to continue skim off impurities and the fat, and then you should end up with something quite magical. Serve this beautiful dish with steamed vegetables, couscous, pasta, rice, potatoes, anything you want. I hope you had fun. To get the full recipe, go to brunoskitchen.net. Please subscribe, like me on Facebook, and follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Pinterest. Ciao, ciao. Wow, it's incredible. It's incredible.